Good morning to one and all. Welcome back to today's session. Yesterday I have given you homework from this page and everyone has done. So I have understood that you are going well with your classes and I am happy for you. Now coming to the next point. So textbook reading is very important. When you read the textbook, you will be able to find the answers for these type of questions. Now next, coming to the next point is uniform and non-uniform motion. It's very important. Uniform and non-uniform motion. The important points I'll note down on the board and I'll underline it, so you have to remember it. A body is said to be in motion if its position keep on changing with time, but in our daily life we experience certain motion in which the change in position of objects remains same when comparing to the time interval. So in some other motion, the change in the position of an object will not be the same for a given time interval. So for this, to understand this para, they have given one example. It's very simple, nothing but you have to imagine the movements of the hands in a wall clock and the movements of a butterfly on a flower in the garden. In these two cases, hands of wall clock and the butterfly are in motion. You can observe figure number 8 and 9. These are called as the hands. Minute hand, hour hand, seconds hand. So these hands are in the motion position. That means they are moving. And the butterfly in the garden is also moving from one flower to another flower. So both are having motion. They change their positions with time. So what difference do you find in the movements of the hands of a clock and the body of a butterfly? In which case is the change of position with the time constant? So here you can observe in your house in a clock 10, 20, 30, 40, 50 minutes. So for every 1 minute the hand will move, change its position. The minute hand will change its position for every 1 minute. Exactly for every 1 minute. And the second hand for every 1 second. And the hour hand for every 1 hour. That means here what you have to observe? The change in the motion is occurring in the regular timings. Changing its position with time. In a particular time it is changing its position. Now you have to, what difference do you find in the movement of the hands of a clock and the body of a butterfly? Even the butterfly, you can see it is flying from one flower to the other flower in the garden. It is also in motion position, but it is not changing its position in time. With time it is not changing its position. It may jump from one flower to another flower, here to here. So it is not in a same distance and the timing is not same. It may be jump from here to here and here to here, or here to here or here to here. So in this way both are having in motion position, but the change in their position will not be in a time. So we observe that in the case of wall clock, change in position of minute hand is the same for every minute. How do we know that they are changing its time in every 1 minute? Measuring the angle between the two positions of the minute hand, you can measure it. But in the case of the butterfly, the change of its position is not constant while it is flying from one flower to another in the garden. So before reading the para, I have explained you. Don't get confused. Whatever I have said, that is written in the para. Just go through the video and listen. Uniform motion, non-uniform motion. That means this constant and constant. Now one more they have given. Let us do observing the timing and distance values. Observe the following tables showing distance traveled by two different cars and the different intervals of time. For this you have to observe car A and car B. Here they have given time in seconds. Yes. 0, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. 10 seconds, 20 seconds, 30 seconds, 40 seconds. This is the seconds time they have given. And the distance travelled by the car A. 0 meters, 150 meters, 300 meters, 450 meters and 600 meters. 0, 10, 20, 30, 40. For 0 seconds, the car A has travelled for 0 meters. And for 10 seconds, it has travelled for 10 meters. For 20 seconds, or 150 meters. For the 20 seconds, it has travelled for 300 meters. That means 10 seconds, when you double it will become 20 seconds, and 150 meters, if you double it will become 300 meters. That means same distance, same timing and same distance you can see. Timing is 10 plus 10, 20, 150 plus 3, 150, 300. 20 plus 10, 30. 300 plus 150, 450. 30 plus 10, 40. 450 plus 150, 600 meters. So here what you have to observe? The timing interval is same and the distance travelled by the car A is also same. 150, 150, 150. That means for every 10 seconds, it is travelling 150 meters. This is a very important point you have to note down. For every 10 seconds, it is travelling 150 meters. Now coming to the car B. Time interval is same. Like 0 seconds, 10, 20, 30, 40. So when it started, it is 0 meters. And for the 10 seconds, it has travelled 50 meters. When it is travelled 50 meters for 10 seconds, for 20 seconds, it has to travel 100 meters. But here it has travelled only 90 meters. And here it should be 200 meters, but it is 180 meters. For 250, it is 230 meters. That means the time interval is same, but whereas the distance travelled by the car B is not same. For every 10 seconds, it has not travelled a accurate meters, proper correct meters is not travelled by car B. So once again, just look into the book and listen the video. It's very clear. Which car has travelled equal distances in equal intervals of time? In equal intervals of time, equal distance. So car A, what is the answer? Car A. Car A has travelled equal distance in equal interval of time. Next one, which car has travelled unequal distances in equal interval of times? Here also equal intervals of time is there, but unequal distance has travelled by car B. Obviously, we notice that for car A, the change in the position in every 10 seconds is 150 meters. Whereas in the car B, it has not happened. That is what they have written here. Don't get confused after reading the para. Thus, you can say that motion of car A is uniform. What you can say? Motion of car A is uniform and motion of car B is non-uniform. Is it clear? This is what we have learned in uniform and non-uniform motion. So if a body covers equal distance in equal interval of time, it is said to be a uniform motion. This definition is very important. If a body covers equal distance in equal interval of time, then it is said to be in uniform motion. If a body covers unequal distance in equal interval of times, then it is said to be in non-uniform motion. These 2 points are important. So till here we have finished today. So this is all for today. Just uniform and non-uniform motion we have learned. For that we have seen 2 examples and the 2 definitions. So your homework is to pick up the hard words from this page and write these 2 definitions for uniform motion and non-uniform motion. Just you have to write the uniform motion definition, non-uniform motion definition, and pick up the hard words from this page. And once again go through the textbook. Thank you.